Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. I think it's going to be a little bit interesting as we go through it because some of you folks are really sourpusses. I'm not blaming you or you or you. I think we can all be sourpusses from time to time. And yes, that includes me. But here on Wingman Wisdom, this channel is about honesty. It's about trying to help you become open-minded, maybe think of things a little bit differently. You help me think of things differently with your comments. But I did a video recently with a friend of mine from the RV industry. I respect this guy a lot. He is sharp as a razor, and he is honest, and he is afraid of nothing. He is approachable. Dealers love him, customers love him, and sometimes people, they make these snap decisions, and I don't understand. So, as I say, I try to look at both sides, all sides of an issue before I form an opinion. But I was talking about, with my friend in the video, if you missed it, there's a link to it down below, about just the current state of the RV industry. What does he see going on today in the RV industry? And some of y'all just lost your minds and got so negative. I invite you to please try to have an open mind. As I go through these comments, if you hate me, I can't do anything about that. But I'm trying to be respectful to get you to hopefully go, you know what, I can kind of see that. I can see that. RVing is so great. It is so great, but it can be really bad, and you can have bad experiences. If you're looking for nothing but happy stuff, RVing is probably not for you. But I've done it, I don't know for how long, but a long time. And the good far outweighs the bad. If you want to touch something, you got to touch it and measure it and analyze it to know if you love it or not. Look at that. That's why I love something. RVing's not for you. You can't touch it. You can't measure it, but you can certainly feel it. And I think that's why many people come to Wingman Wisdom and they watch other video YouTube channels from people because there's something magical about RVing. But they are far from perfect. So let's go ahead and look at some of these comments. As I said, I hope I don't lose your friendship, and I hope you don't unsubscribe. But I also hope that you will open your mind a little bit. Not that I have all the answers, but I'm going to push back a little bit on some of these comments. The green ones I marked are negative comments, the ones that I viewed as not so good. This one says, "You have to be kidding, LOL. You're going to ask an RV salesman to give you the truth about the industry? What a waste of our time." Really? Respectfully, do you know everything? You don't need to know anything else? I want to hear different opinions. I don't know everything. As soon as I think, you know what? I got it figured out. Something comes out of left field, blindsides me, and I go, ooh, I didn't think of it that way. I'm hopeful that you will look at things the same way that I do. We don't have to come to the same conclusion, but this person, iTech5, says, "Why would anyone listen to an RV salesman? It's their profession to screw you over." That's a lie. That's not true. That's your perspective. That's like saying all of these kind of people are bad. All of those kind of people are good. You can't say that. Are they all good? Nope. Are they all bad? Nope. Do they want to screw you over? Nope. Can it happen to you? Yep. That's the honest truth. And if you can't handle the truth, then probably this is not a very good fit. But my virtual campfire is open to everybody. Everybody. Even people think that this guy's trying to screw them over. He's not trying to screw them over. Look at this. I got a couple more. First time for everything. Stop listening, watching the video at around the halfway point. That's from Erica. Erica, why would you stop? Because it's not what you want to hear? Do you already know everything? I start books oftentimes, I'm like, it's boring to me, but there's a reason why the writer wrote. And I want to try to look at it from their perspective. I'm hopeful that as you watch this video that you'll say, well, maybe he kind of has a point. Now, I see your point. Many of you people have been screwed over by an RV dealer. Many of you have bought an RV that is a piece of junk. Lee Marks says, face it, RVs are junk. We're glad we got out after 12 years of it. Junk, junk, junk. Well, Lee Marks, why are you watching the channel? Seriously, are you watching just to gripe and bitch and complain? I'm really good at that, by the way. I really am. But as I said earlier, there's something magical about RVing. There's something magical about being in that little rolling box on wheels in a bed that may be uncomfortable. It may get cold in the wintertime, hot in the summertime, may be noisy, but guess what? It can be magic. And if you've ever RV'd for very long, you know that there are those special moments. Those moments where you go, oh my God, it's worth it. It's all worth it. And that's why I do it. Okay, let's keep going. I do have some yellow ones here, but most of the green ones are the ones that I view as kind of not so good. Chesty Puller says, seeing the salesman on your channel is getting old. They are in sales and I get it, but salesmen are arrogant and annoying. Really? Really? Chesty Puller, whatever you do or whatever you did in your job, you were a salesperson. You were. You had to represent. If you had your own company, you were selling. You were representing your company. If you work for a governmental agency, you're representing that agency. You're selling. We are all selling. I'm selling now. I'm trying to present myself. This is who I am. You may not like me, but this is who I am. A salesperson, that's what he's there for, to sell. My friend, you know what? He didn't even mention the name of the manufacturer he works for. He could have. He could have worn a shirt and a cap and this and this and this. He didn't even mention it. He works for what I think is the best division. I may get in trouble for saying that. One of the best divisions of Forest River there is, the Flagstaff Rockwood division. He never even mentioned that in our talk. But you're going to say all RVs are junk? No, they're not. Are too many of them junk? Yes, they are. So again, I'm respectfully asking you to go, you know what? Maybe I was a little bit harsh in my comments. And I may be harsh in the way I'm responding to you, but I know my friend's heart. Would he like you to buy an RV? Hell yes. I mean, come on, that's his job. But he's been doing it for 20 years. I think anybody that's been in any industry for 20 years is worthy of listening to. Unless, of course, we already know everything. Mr. Keith Gray, old guy, says this guy from Forest River is so full of it, it's a blame game. Well, let's all play that Forest River. It's your fault, not ours. 10 years talking about quality control. Does he realize that he's just said how much Forest River doesn't care about their customers or future customers? Keith Gray, old guy, I don't think that's what he said. Now, you could interpret that, but Forest River is a ginormous corporation that has many, many divisions under it. I mentioned that Zach works for the Flagstaff Rockwood division, but there are other divisions that they're not going to be as good necessarily as the Flagstaff Rockwood division. That's the truth. But to lump everybody in all together and to say they're all bad, that's wrong. If you can't see that, well, I can't help you. You may have had a bad experience. Many of you have had a bad experience. That's the reason why I put together the free RV report. There, he's selling again. I am. I'm selling. You know what the cost is? $0. Have you got 1 minute, 2 minutes of your life? For you people who want, and I believe I'm honest. I think I am. My heart's in the right place. I put together a report that you can download. It will take you 1 minute, 2 minutes at the most. It's a real fancy website too, called freervreport.com. There's nothing to it. It's a simple little website put together for people that just want to know, how do you avoid getting ripped off? How can you save some money buying or selling an RV? Thousands and thousands of people have downloaded this report. I wish I could say thousands and thousands have read the entire report. You will know if you download freervreport.com and read it, that to me, the RV dealer and the manufacturer you do business with is so important. I cannot overemphasize that. To buy the wrong RV from the wrong dealer, you are setting yourself up like a lot of these people. They're not all good, but they're not all bad. Let's go back and look at some more. I know I'm going kind of backwards on this thing. Josh says, I'm going to wait until the world is in serious trouble, like the zombie apocalypse. I bet better deals could be had when that time comes. Well, respectfully, Josh, I don't know when the zombie apocalypse is going to come. I think that we are in it right now. I think too many people, and sometimes me, included in that group, think that something catastrophic is going to happen. It's going to flip our world and everything upside down. And, well, I don't think it's going to be that way. Could it be that way? Maybe. But I think that we are seeing the rotting of our culture, the rotting of values, the rotting of how we care for other human beings. And it's happening slowly. It's creeping every single day. This creeping rot of our country, of patriotism, and I digress, but don't wait for the zombie apocalypse. Look at your kids, look at your wife, look at yourself. What are you going to do, wait a year or 5 years? You're going to miss out on that opportunity. I'm not saying go buy an RV, yay, it's going to fix all your problems. No, we're all going to end up in the same place, dead. But between now and dead, I want to go and make memories with people I love. The best place I know to do that is in nature. And the best place to do that is in a beautiful campground or boondocking. But that's just for me. Maybe you like doing other things, and that's okay too. So, amen. Let's go on to the next one. There's a lot of comments to this. There's a lot. Okay. Oh, there's a good one. Brian says, this guy is ignoring the obvious state of our economy. The feds will continue to raise the rates for the near future. Layoffs are underway and repos are increasing daily. The U.S. economy will need another couple of years to balance out and start to correct itself. This leaves very little disposable income for RVs, boats, and toys. I marked that as yellow. Why did I do that? Does that sound positive to you? Let me tell you the positive I see out of that. And that's for Brian Z. I think that you're probably right. The interest rates are going to continue to rise. There's a lot of layoffs going on. But we need RVing. We need to be connected to nature and our Creator now more than ever before. If you can't afford it, don't do it. Don't go buy an expensive RV if you can't pay for it. But if you can afford it, there's nothing better. All right, let's, how long am I going to go on? Oh, here's another good one. It says, honestly, this trying to push people to buy a new RV is getting old. That's from J.K. Holly. I'm not going to spend my money on subpar quality at inflated prices because a pitchman and RV dealers say so. You may be right. As much as I'd like to buy another one, I may never get it. If you're looking for the perfect RV, one that is absolutely bulletproof, you can keep on looking because it does not exist. But there are some good ones out there. There truly are. You have to make the decision on what you buy. I believe that probably half, maybe more than half of the people that are furious at the RV they bought. Some of that responsibility for them making that bad decision should be on them. If they would have done their homework, if they would have checked around, if they would have read reviews, if they would have gone to the dealer to see what the service department looked like before they bought their RV, if they would have, as I said, do their homework, go to Facebook groups. I got dozens of Facebook groups about camping and RVing. I wish you would go there. If you were thinking about buying an RV, check it out on social media. For goodness sakes, don't buy one off a TV commercial. Woo, only $359 a month. We can buy that? Don't do that. Do your homework. If you were somebody who rushed in and bought the wrong RV, own it. I know it doesn't feel good. It doesn't. But own your decision. Be responsible. Figure a way out instead of just blaming the other guy. We have had some serious issues in the RV industry in the last 2 years. Serious. You think other industries haven't been affected? All of them have been affected. Yeah, but all of them have. The good news is we are starting to onshore things. The things that were made over in China, Southeast Asia, many of them are coming back to the States, but it takes time. We want everything right now. And if we don't get things right now, if it's not perfect and cheap too, we're going to start bitching about it. There are good things happening. We are starting to onshore things again. That's a good thing. Are you looking for the best price you can get? Of course you're looking for the best price you can get. But at the same time, you want the best quality, right? How do you balance those two things? If an RV dealer, if a manufacturer doesn't make money, they're not going to be around to fix your RV. Yeah, they rip people off. How do you know that? How do you know? Well, I just know. How do you know? I don't know that they haven't either. But I know that the market will determine people buying and selling. That's why in the next couple of days, over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to tell you where I think the buys are. There are some real deals here in 2023 on brand new RVs. We're going to talk about those deals with some of the RV dealers I trust, and you may hate them too. You may say, you know what, maybe I ought to just think about it. Let's go to another one. Oh, there's a good one. Rich Rich Cuban. This video reinforced my conviction that RVing is not for me. Clearly, the industry needs a kick in the butt like the auto industry got from foreign manufacturers in the 70s and 80s. I hear this all the time. People saying, well, they need to be like the automotive industry. Sorry, it ain't going to happen. It's never going to happen like the automotive industry. And nobody else is going to make it like the automotive industry. I can give you lots of reasons why. RVs are built by hand. Automobiles are built by machines. They cannot do that with RVs. There are too many components that come from too many different suppliers. There are too many different models, and there's too few of units to manufacture them like they do an automobile. You cannot do it. So do they need to improve their game? I think some brands are doing it. Like the brand Zach works for, the division, Flagstaff Rockwood, I think they work really hard at building a great RV, and they're getting better all the time. But not all of them do that. All right. Oh, here's one. Cindy says, great advice. Be honest. I love this. Be honest, bold, upfront with the person who wants the sale. Open every compartment, drawer, and if you don't want paper shades on the windows, get what you want or keep looking. Cindy. I mean, it is so common sense, and so many people just don't even think about that. If you don't like it, don't buy it. If you are so malleable that some salesperson is just going to push you into the finance office, you're going to sign your life away, well, you deserve to pay for that mistake. I've made plenty of mistakes in my life by just believing people. Do your homework. If it's not what you want, don't buy it. If you can't afford it, not just buying it, but owning it. If you can't afford owning it and using it, don't buy it. But Sandy, that's a great one. There's a huge volume of used 2016 to 2022 models because pandemic buyers didn't note that camping is a lot of work. Camping is a lot of work. There's a lot of maintenance, much more maintenance than you would have on your automobile or your pickup truck, for crying out loud. But part of the joy for me is fixing things. Well, I don't want to fix nothing. Well, maybe RVing's not for you. It's not a lot of stuff, but there is always some little thing that is either needs to be tweaked, needs to be tightened. There is. But most of the things in an RV that go wrong, you can fix on your own. If you have they say if you got YouTube and a toolbox and an open mind, you could probably fix like 80% of the things that may go wrong in your RV by yourself. All right, we're almost done, I think. P.T. Barnum said there's a sucker born every minute. That was over 100 years ago, so it's probably closer to 1,000. My point, your friend is identifying objections that consumers raise regularly when considering RVs or many other big-ticket purchases. RVs are not for everyone. They're not. Everybody who's owned one, everybody who loves to RV, who's been doing it for a number of years, like me, man, I ain't going to last. They have unrealistic expectations. If you get your head in order, and you have realistic expectations, you can make a good deal on a brand new RV. You really can. All right, we're going to wrap this thing up here in just a minute. There's another. It just goes on and on. Goodness gracious. I'm sure I marked some more. Here's one from Lane. This is a good one. That's what we did. We found a leftover 2022 of the exact model and color we wanted. We're so thankful we found one. We bought the unit at a 41.5% discount from MSRP. 41.5%, that's a hell of a deal. It was just over 1 year. Our RV was just over the 1 year date of manufacture. That's what I'm going to be talking about over the next few weeks. There are some deals to be had in the RV industry, and I'm going to tell you where they are, what they are, and how to take advantage of them. So thank you very much. I encourage you to drop a comment below. I promise I'll read them. This was not a personal attack on anybody. I assure you of that. I'm just trying to get you to look at things from a little bit different perspective. I can see what many of you are saying. Hopefully you can see some of what I'm saying. Thank you again for watching. As I said, drop a comment below. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. Be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home.